Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is John and this is your Modern Tech Breakdown. Today I'm looking at an ongoing and very unfortunate story, especially for those of you from the UK. Let's jump into it. All right, so I've been covering this story for a while now, and there's been a ton of back and forth between the US and the UK governments over the Starmer administration's demand that Apple build a backdoor into iCloud. And almost immediately, the US government pushed back very hard on this. And in fact, in August, the US Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, tweeted that Americans' data will remain private and that the UK would drop its demand for a backdoor. And at that time, I pointed out that the language used by Tulsi in this case is rather vague, and I wondered if this announcement left open the door for the UK to narrow their demand of Apple to only allow access to British citizens' data. And I hate to say it, but I was right. Here we have a new story that the British government has once again demanded an iCloud backdoor from Apple, this time more focused on just British citizens. So I know I have some British folks in the audience, and I hate that this is happening. I don't know what you can do about it, but I find this type of action from any government absolutely unacceptable. Maybe the opinion is different in Britain, but I have to imagine that most of you out there are not too happy about this, especially in a time when the same government is jailing people for social media posts. It's honestly heartbreaking to see what's happening across the Atlantic, but I think there is an argument to be made here that if Apple is forced to do this for British citizens only, it would also likely put Americans' data at risk. How well can Apple determine British citizenship? Would Americans living in the UK get swept up in this as well? Would this backdoor weaken the overall security of the system? I think an argument could be made, but it's probably not a strong one. And I'm not sure that the Trump administration will continue to fight this, as it's arguably no longer about American citizens. But there is some hope that the US government will continue to try to stop this. According to the report here, it seems that someone close to the Trump administration believed that the backdoor demand would have to be completely dropped by the UK in order to comply with the agreement between the two governments. So it remains to be seen how the US will react to this terrible news. And as for Apple, they did say back in February that they have never built a backdoor for governments and that they never will. I hope they stick to that, but I don't have any confidence that they will. But that's all I have on this ongoing story for today. As always, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you next time.